A first alert now, no one is hurt after a structure fire in Appleton this morning. Appleton fire officials arrived in the 100 block of North Walnut Street at around 10:30. When they arrived, they saw a food smoker on fire as well as smoke inside a building there. No one was hurt. Firefighters still working to figure out a cause and an estimate for the damages, but they do want to remind everyone to be safe when cooking and to never leave your cooking unattended.